This final installment in Geralt's epic adventure captivates the minds of gamers with endless hours of choice-based dialogue, massive open-world exploration, kick-ass combat, along with finely tuned RPG elements which sum up for me to be one of the most enjoyable games available for gamers abroad. The Witcher 3 story, while seemingly complicated to newcomers, turns out to be a pleasant surprise in terms of its ability to be openly understandable to players who haven't played its last two installments. Its narrative is tied around the decisions you make in-game. This requires players to make decisive actions which affect the remaining story in its entirety. These crucial moments are often time-sensitive, giving you only seconds to choose the best outcome that you see fit. This makes players fully responsible and thus creates a more effective player-to-game bond with the characters and the story. These decisions boost the game's overall replay value as well, encouraging players to play the story in a multitude of different outcomes. More importantly, the story is not nearly as effective if not for the brilliantly casted voice actors and their detailed personalities that they inflict into their characters, which help them make players genuinely care about their stories and outcomes. The characters truly make this more than just a game, but an experience that draws real emotion to hardcore fans and newbies alike. The combat system is simple in design but extremely effective. You have swords, armor, crossbows, and various magical abilities. Sword fighting is fast and fluid and has satisfying finishers whenever you slay your enemies. You can parry your opponents, dodge their attacks, and roll out of deadly areas. In addition, your crossbow shoots a variety of arrows and slows down in time for precision firing. However, a major part of Geralt's arsenal are magical abilities called signs that can be used on the fly with quick menu accessing. These abilities can be used on enemies that have specific weaknesses, like fire damage or humans that have weak minds. The combat system is upgradable, giving sword attacks more damage, allowing sign abilities to be enhanced and varied, and general stats to rise. The upgrades themselves are plentiful and are unlocked with points acquired by gaining character level. The upgrades you activate use up limited upgrade slots that you are given, and while the slots are limited, this means there are more customization opportunities to be used and experimented with. In terms of presentation, the open world of The Witcher 3 is truly amazing. The scale of this game makes for one of the largest games that I have ever played, but with a cost. Unlike Grand Theft Auto 5's one big open world map, The Witcher 3 breaks its huge overworld into 5 playable areas. However, the sheer quantity of things to do within each given area more than make up for its separated world. The game is also graphically superior to many games out on the market, despite a graphical scale back compared to the pre-release footage we saw. The questing in The Witcher 3 offers a big chunk to the value of the game. I found myself completing Witcher contracts and secondary quests almost as often as the main quest. CD Projekt Red really nailed the overall lore with this game, giving players a ton of things to do within the game, and gives equally as much after the credits roll by. Quality was definitely not substituted for quantity, and thus gives future RPGs an example on how to create a fantastically designed world for gamers to be immersed in. Really, the only complaints I have with the game reside in its bugs, glitches, and occasional game freezes, which do not occur as frequent thanks to recent patches. Texture glitches, however, will occur at times, along with weird character movements that can potentially interrupt your dialogue with goofy background set pieces. I also experienced a couple game crashes which could have ruined my past progress if I had not saved. While this was not totally damaging to the experience, it did frustrate me at times, and should have been polished from the get-go. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is a game that I will play again and again. Its intriguing characters and mythic story created an experience that defines why I love to play video games. Its minor setbacks involving technical issues only slightly dampened on what many consider to be Game of the Year for 2015. To me, the quality of this RPG is unprecedented and ended the series with a proper farewell. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt earns a 9.7 out of 10.